Assalamualaikum and a very good day to IR Dr. Azhani. My name is Afiq. I am from Group 35. So we will present about the environmental safety and health, sustainability and quality issues in ICT Mashallah. Next. So this is our members. Me, myself, Afiq, Natasha, Badrul and also JOACHIM. Next. So for introduction, Central ICT Mall is located at Section 7 Shah Alam, Selangor, and it is one of the developments of ICT. It is launched on 15 June 2019 and began construction on January 2016. It is consists of 6-story structure with 1.5 million square feet gross floor area. The project area previously was an estate land. The project developer is ICT Properties and also the architects is SAA Group Architects. Next, for the impact of construction on the environment. Next. Firstly, we will have air pollution. So the air that people breathe may become polluted due to construction works. So the contaminants that travel through the air can cover a very big region quickly through wind. So the particulate matter with a diameter of less than 10 microns. Next. Next is the global warming. Construction produces about 40 million tons of carbon dioxide, which contributes the global warming through the greenhouse effect. The construction industries have become one of the most significant contributors to massive amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Next. Next is the impact on the general public. So most construction projects take place in a very dense populated areas. So person who live near or adjacent to the building sites are more vulnerable to the detrimental impacts of dust, vibration and noises. So they are more tend to have respiratory issues, liver illness, cancer, hearing loss, and many other negative cardiovascular effects are among them. So next, I pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Thank you, Afiq. Now, I will explain the slide on Environmental Impact Assessment EIA. Environmental Impact Assessment EIA is a method of assessing the possible environmental consequences of a proposed project or development, taking into account interconnected socio-economic, cultural, and human health consequences, both beneficial and adverse. So, this is the Environmental Impact Assessment EIA that get involved in this project. The first one is identification of mitigation measure, and the second one is EIA report is preparations. This is how the project get run that involved in EIA from the beginning until the end of the construction. Next, environmental impact assessment EIA that used in this project. The first one is stop notice. Second is cost of EIA. Third is responsibilities that the regulations is capable to project proponents and secretary of the Department of Human Resources. And the last one is EIA process, which is the main points that we need to be highlighted is timing, components of the EIA process, and the two level of study in EIA process descriptions. That's all from me. I pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Thank you, Badrul. I will explain about the solution on how to protect the environment during and after the construction. Next. The first one, to control the air quality and dust, we can do road watering at truck trails. There will be a vehicle station on the site to water the roads. And we can do tire cleaning basin that located at the entrance or exit of the lorry or vehicle area. This is to help the dirt from going on the public road and make the road slippery that will harm other road user. Next. To control the safety, we can put hoarding wall. This is to protect the site from any intruders and to prevent any material getting into the public area. Then to control the solid waste, we can put waste storage or container, and the waste collection is done on a regular basis. Next. To control soil erosion and sedimentation, we can do turf bare land to avoid any soil collapse, and we can provide cement and cascade drain so the runoff from the surface can be channeled away. Next. To control the water quality, the waste oil will be kept in a designated area because waste oil must not be disposed in any water body, and we can do temporary sanitation facilities. Next. to control noise, we can do the facing development and we can do the construction at the higher elevation. Next. So the method of construction or new technologies that can be applied. Next. First one is we can do hydroseeding, which is used to grass the exposed slope or uncovered soil. This is to avoid any soil erosion or sedimentation. The method to use it is spread over bare dirt using a high pressure hose. It can save lots of cost because it doesn't need large number of workers. The second one, we can do temporary drainage system because we can control the water quality at the construction area. And the drainage system can flow the rainwater to avoid any flooded or any catchment on denuded soil. The last one is sustainable building materials, example bamboo, recycled plastic, and laminated timber. So the carbon footprint of the structures can be lowered by using them. And it also can help to human health. And the positive side effect is it can develop more green buildings. That's all from me. Thank you. I will pass to the next presenter.
So I will continue the presentation by discussing about the 8 that related to the issue when constructing the central ICT mall. The Act that related is Environmental Quality Act 1974. Under this Act, Part 4, Section 22, stated that the restriction on pollution of the atmosphere whereby the air pollution need to be controlled during construction work or else will be penalty for 10,000 ringgit or 2-year jail. Next is the Environmental Quality Act 1974 under Section 23 is about the restriction on noise pollution whereby what that generate a lot of noise need to be controlled or else will be penalty for 5,000 ringgit or 1-year jail. And in the Environmental Quality Act 1974 under Section 24 is also discuss about the restriction on pollution of the soil whereby the illegal disposal of waste which will cause pollution to the soil is prohibited or else or be penalty for 10,000 ringgit or 2-year jail. Next is the recommendations. To reduce the air pollution, the management team can assign a full-time worker for road watering at truck trails, provide a watching spacing at the entrance of the construction site, and control the speed of construction vehicle under 35 km/h. So, to reduce the noise pollution, construction teams have to avoid works during critical night-time hours or substituting quieter methods or equipment. They can also construct noise barriers, but of course the most efficient way is to communicate with the affected community so that the teams can respond to their noise complaint and meet the needs of the community. Last but not least, to reduce the waste management, the team have to practice 6 waste management principles which are eliminate, reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and dispose. They can also do garbage sorting, which can help in determining whether the waste may be reused or recycled. The management team should include essential waste management techniques in the plan, which include waste sorting, recycling or reuse, and waste disposal procedure.
Okay, I will continue this presentation with the conclusion of the project. So the first one is it is critical to implement environmental management techniques in all industry, especially the construction industry. The second one is construction projects can have a significant impact on the environment, such as generating construction waste. And last but not least, the Malaysian government lacks the commitment to enforce rules and regulations for environmental management practices at construction sites. That's all from us from Group 35. Thank you.